This is The Scoop for Tuesday.
I'm Juanita Hurtado-Huérfano with the WMNF News headlines. More than 147,000 Floridians could lose access to their doctors at BayCare health system. The insurance company UnitedHealthcare is currently negotiating reimbursement rates with BayCare, and they have to sign a new contract by May 31st. According to the Tampa Bay Times, if no agreement is reached, patients will be forced to find new doctors or travel farther for care to avoid higher out-of-network prices. Many patients are already being notified of the stale negotiations. If no contract is reached beginning June 1st, UnitedHealthcare employer-sponsored commercial plans and Medicare Advantage plans will lose BayCare in-network access. On June 15th, Medicaid plans called the UnitedHealthcare Community Plan of Florida will also be affected. The Crisis Center of Tampa Bay has received $35,000 to support the cost of youth sexual assault exams. WMNF's Chris Young reports the funding from the Suncoast Credit Union Foundation aims to fill a gap that government funding doesn't cover.
The funds will support the cost of forensic exams for individuals ages 13 to 17. Each forensic exam costs the Crisis Center over $1,700 in total. CEO Clara Reynolds says they get some government funding, but there's still a deficit for each exam.
We're fortunate we have funding from the county commission. We have funding from the attorney general's office at the state level. But again, we have to quilt all of this together to make it work for individuals.
The center says there's never any charge to the client for the exam. Last year, the Crisis Center provided sexual assault exams to 50 people between the ages of 13 and 17. Chris Young, WMNF News.
Students and parents across the country filed a lawsuit against the company Curriculum Associated over its widely used iReady learning app. The lawsuit alleges the program is collecting sensitive student data without proper parental consent and sharing it with third parties like Google, Clever, and Monitrix. The data includes names, student IDs, grade levels, responses to academic questions, and IP addresses. Parents in the suit claim this information can be used to expose students to data profiling, among other risks. In some national news, an order cutting Medicaid funding from abortion providers is set to expire this summer. According to the Florida Phoenix, it was signed into law last year by President Trump and forced over 20 health centers across the country to close. Planned Parenthood received the brunt of the cuts, with other services like birth control visits and cancer screenings dropping too. Now, Republican leaders in Congress say they're not planning to renew the order in the current spending bill. Instead, they want a narrow and tight bill that funds immigration enforcement and the Department of Homeland Security. While some members of Congress spoke about revisiting the order in future legislation, some anti-abortion lawyers condemned the move, calling it a massive betrayal. They also warned that waiting to extend the order might push any revision to happen until the 2028 elections. If the rule expires this summer, millions of patients could get their access to care back. The U.S. Forest Service wants to close nearly 60 research stations across the country. While the Forest Service says the move is about saving money on buildings, many foresters are scared that decades of research could be lost and put millions of lives at risk. These stations study fire behavior and help predict where smoke will go, information that helps keep people safe during wildfires. Wildfire season begins next month. According to the Florida Phoenix, the agency plans to close 57 out of 77 research stations. They will all be merged into one office in Colorado. Among them is a station in Tallahassee. Right now, most of Florida is under severe drought conditions. A red flag fire warning will begin for Hillsborough, Manatee, Pinellas, Polk, Sarasota, Pasco, and neighboring counties today. Today, it will be mostly sunny and dry with highs in the mid-80s. Tonight, it will be partially cloudy with lows in the low 60s, and tomorrow it will be mostly cloudy with highs in the low 80s. I'm Juanita Hurtado-Huérfano with the WMNF News Headlines.
This is The Scoop, recorded at WMNF Tampa.